weapons, butterflies in nature, food, and Kemmerich's boots and clothing. Whether commonplace or instruments of war, these are the key symbols in All Quiet on the Western Front. World War I marked a considerable change in the way wars were fought, especially involving weapons. For the most part, men did not fight in hand-to-hand combat as was common in earlier wars. With the advent of machine guns, hand grenades, tanks, gas warfare, bombs, and airplanes, the soldiers fought from trenches to protect themselves. The new weaponry was designed to annihilate large numbers of men at one time, and carried the additional effect of causing psychological damage. The soldiers knew they lived by chance alone. Any incoming bomb may or may not harm them. The term shell shock was created to name the emotional condition that many of the survivors suffered. The novel includes imagery of nature, landscapes, animals, and butterflies and other insects on numerous occasions. Even on the front lines, Paul manages to notice geese flying over during a bombardment, butterflies, and the changing of the seasons. The butterflies represent innocence, happiness, and order within nature as they contrast with the observation balloons and the skulls that litter the battlefield. They also represent the fragility and vulnerability of human life during war. Paul describes the natural earth as holding and protecting the soldiers like a mother when they're forced to take cover in the trenches. But nature's not always kind. Sometimes it contributes to the soldiers' suffering. Storms, heat, and mud plague the soldiers. They must also contend with the dangers of rats and lice. Nature, like everything else in the novel, can be subject to the dictates of war. Food is obviously a primal human need. In the midst of horrific violence and death, references to food appear repeatedly in the novel as a reminder of the soldiers' need to survive, but also to find comfort and pleasure. Sharing a meal heightens their camaraderie, one of the last vestiges of their humanity. Good, nourishing food is often in short supply at the front, where it's rationed. Kemmerich's boots and clothing are passed from one soldier to the next in an effort to defy death, since the boots outlive each owner. These boots come to represent the fleetingness of life. The practical notion of needing good boots during warfare supersedes the emotions one soldier might feel over the death of another. Other items of clothing are significant reminders of one of the human body's most basic needs: to be protected from the elements. Uniforms, including helmets and boots, represent the men's role in the military. Sometimes the uniforms protect the soldiers or help them do their jobs, but just as often they fail to protect them from the barrage of bullets and shells they encounter. The ownership or condition of pieces of clothing also symbolizes the soldiers' relationship to one another and their state of mind about the war around them.